believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Goff now to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
57's the mic. All day, all day. Super 66.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Etienne on the toss right. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Robinson now off the option, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Falcons 3.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Come on, set. 60 or. Go. 45, 45, 45, 45. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Got you. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, it's gone. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now gone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end up. Hey, go down.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here I come. 15's the mic.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
57's Mike. Mike 55. Louis.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. 5.
Gone. Going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Check Mike 45. 3 balls. 45. Mike 45. Hey, keep it up.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. But able to get it up past the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check, 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 check. 57 to Mike. Go, go. You got nothing in there.
Play action. It's gone.
Switch.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go. 20. 58 right there. Watch the out.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Go. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 57. Mike 57. Got to do 14. 14. 57's the Mike. 57.
On 2nd and 10. Goff. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Horrible. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Switch up. 57's the Mike. Rock 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Back to throw. Goff. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Stars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Etienne. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Well, this team, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Gone. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike 5, Mike 5, Mike 5. Yeah. Whoa. Mike 5.
Again, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Here we go. Jam, 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 jam.
From the gun, here's Goff. Under pressure, they got him again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That's caught by Pitts. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 81 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff running left is Etienne. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Jaguars have won the game. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Jacksonville, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.